Coming right up, Straight Talk with Art Levine. Our guest tonight, Dave Erickson, founder and CEO of Free Conferencing Corporation, as we continue our 22nd anniversary year.
Straight Talk is brought to you in part by the Port of Long Beach, a leader in international trade and environmental stewardship. And the Press Telegram, your local news leader for over 100 years. And Scan Health Plan, for your health and independence.
Join us for tonight's edition of Straight Talk. And now your host, Art Levine.
Good evening and welcome to Straight Talk. We have a great show for you tonight. Our guest for the entire show is Dave Erickson, the founder, CEO of Free Conferencing Corporation. Dave, welcome to our show.
Thanks for having me.
Free Conferencing Corporation serves 20 million callers a month and over 200 million callers a year. What does the business do? It basically gives you a free conference call?
That's it. The idea is that for years we've had conference calls, and historically there's been an organizer fee, which is just a fee that the guy that organizes the call pays for everybody to attend the call. And I thought, well, what if we took that away? Is there a way to take that away? And we found that there was another revenue stream that was generated based in the kind of the technical phone aspects of the whole thing. And so we were able to actually produce a free conference call.
So instead of having to pay for a conference call, and I've done that many times where you dial in and there's a code and everything, you offer the same service except that it's free.
That it's free.
Well, let me ask the obvious question. If it's free, how do you make your money?
So when a person makes a telephone call into a conferencing bridge, they're dialing into what they call a local exchange carrier, which is nothing more than a phone company. Here in Long Beach, it's Verizon is the local exchange carrier. I partnered with those local exchange carriers, and when a person calls in on their long distance company has to pay that local exchange carrier a little bit of money per minute to gain access into their network, and they were willing to share that with me if I could bring a good enough volume of minutes to justify sharing that revenue.
And I've been to your headquarters, and you have tote boards up there with electronic numbers and all, flashing how many millions of calls or seconds, or what are those things showing?
So we keep track of basically all of the callers that are online at any given point in time. And whether there's any issues on the network. And so our network we put together all by ourselves. It's all our technology, and so we're able to monitor it, I think, better than anybody else.
Well, that's not a tough choice then to a business that does conference calling. Do I want to do one where I pay, or do I want to do one that's free?
That's right. It shook things up a little bit.
And did you get pushback from the industry as you came in with this idea?
Well, so in the beginning, in its infancy, not a whole lot. As it gained momentum, and it's kind of always gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. We did start to see kind of legacy people in the industry say, we're not too sure we like this. And I spent a lot of time in Washington, D.C., almost 6 years going there every month to make sure that the consumers could continue to get their free conference calling.
How long ago did you found this company?
It was in 2001, so 13 years ago.
Quite remarkable. And what's even more remarkable, Dave was telling me before we went on air, and I'm a professor at this university, and we encourage our students to graduate, and we encourage people to come to college. But you never went to college.
I never went to college.
And so there's success outside of the university is the moral of this story.
Thank goodness.
Well, you have offices in Long Beach, but where else?
So we have offices in Long Beach. We have about 10 people that are kind of work at home in the United States, and then we have an office in Chernihiv inside the Ukraine, and a Russian office in Nizhny Novgorod.
Have the Olympics triggered increased calling with that office?
You know, we'll see. Some of these things after they take place, we see that they did something, like in the 2008 elections. You know, we saw.
How do you advertise the availability of free conference services to the business communities of the world?
So that's probably the most remarkable thing about the business. The nature of a conference call is if I'm the host of a conference call, I'm typically inviting on average 5 other people. And if I'm a host, I bring 5 different people, you know, often. And so those people call into the bridge and they hear this service is provided by freeconferencecall.com, and then they say to the host, what's this free conference call thing? And he says, I don't know, but I never get a bill. And then they go to the website and they sign up and get an account. So about 78% of all of the new accounts that we get come from that viral effect.
And as you keep increasing your business, you keep having more people who are part of the conversation. So in a sense, the advertising is done for you on the very conference calls you're providing.
That's right.
Amazing. Amazing. And what an inspired name. It says it all. Free Conference Call Corporation. You know what the business is.
Yeah, so it's a descriptive domain name, and it's placed on the beginning of the call. And it being a domain name and kind of the name of the company is what created that sort of viral recipe. And I'd like to say that was the intention all along, but there was a little mistake or good luck or fate involved.
Well, your business reminds me a little bit of a book I read years ago, Bonfire of the Vanities, where the mother was explaining to the 10-year-old kid what Daddy, who was an investment banker, did. And he did these big deals, but there were a few crumbs that fell off the table on each big deal. And Daddy collects the crumbs, and you know they were living very high on Park Avenue and all. So you found a way to take a little bit of money from each of these local providers, and that makes it work from your end, and they're willing to do it.
Yeah, so it's literally a fraction of a cent, but we process billions and billions of minutes.
It adds up.
It adds up.
Okay, we'll be back with more of our show after these messages.
At the Port of Long Beach, we're not only delivering jobs, smart ideas, and forward-thinking environmental initiatives, we're also delivering opportunity for all of Southern California. Oh, and a clearer horizon line. To learn more, go to POLB.com, the Port of Long Beach, thinking outside the docks.
Hello, I'm Jessica Hardy, a proud Long Beach native and a member of the USA Swimming national team. Having spent much of my life in water, I've developed a deep appreciation for the valuable role that this precious resource plays in our lives. In recent years, California's water supply has become unreliable. To address this reality, Long Beach residents have dramatically reduced their water use through permanent lifestyle changes. In doing so, Long Beach has made itself a leader in water conservation. As I work hard to achieve my personal goal of qualifying for the 2012 Summer Olympics, I encourage you to continue your tremendous efforts to use water in smart and responsible ways. So join me and your fellow Long Beach residents in strengthening the water conservation movement. By making small but significant changes in our water use habits, together we can ensure that we have a reliable water supply for many generations to come.
At Performance Plus Tire, you'll find we carry TOYO tires. For over 50 years, TOYO has been a world leader in the development of high-quality tires. Optimum performance, safety, and a comfortable ride. That's what makes TOYO tires great. And now come into Performance Plus Tire for a great deal on these TOYO tires. Proxys ST, Open Country AT, and Proxys 4. TOYO tires, driven to perform. Come in today and we'll install new TOYO tires on your vehicle while you wait. Performance Plus Tire on Cherry Avenue, 1 mile north of the 405 in Long Beach.